All right, first, you're almost there. Second to last section. Unfortunately, in my opinion, the hardest section out of the entire piece. Mostly because of the bowing that he throws in here. We're starting at measure 93. And the first thing I'd like you to do is just figure out what this bowing is. So on an open D, what we're going to do is we're going to play this rhythm at 93 and 94. So we're starting off with an eighth note, then tying up on that up bow, and then here's the kicker. This is what makes it tricky. You have to hook in another up bow for that single eighth, and then your pick after that. So in slow motion, here's what 93 looks like. Down, up, down, up. See that hook in there? So again, it goes down, up, another up. Like that. So try that with me. Ready? And down, up, down, up. Okay, so do that a couple times so you're used to that hook bow. All right, and then the next measure is actually not bad. You just do another short down followed by all up. 2, 3, 4. All right, so these two measures together, this pattern, will go like this on an open D. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Try it with me. Down, up, down, up. Okay, so keep doing that until you can get your bow under control. Then we can start adding the fingers. And the fingers aren't too bad. Watch out for the F sharp accidental. You're just going to be going between a G and an F sharp for the first little part. So slowly it'll go like this. Okay, so make sure you do 2 G's in a row. G, G, F, G. Lift them all up for the hook bow. Pull back, B flat. Okay, so you're going to be doing 2 of each one at the beginning. G, and then, so keep that finger down. All right, so these two measures together, slowly, will go like this. 2, 3, and. Notice that you really kind of have to whip down that first note of each measure so that you have enough bow for that big slur coming up. All right, so now in the next measure, it does the same thing. You're just going to go up a scale at the end. So here's measure 95, 2, 3, 4. Up. Lift your bow, same thing. Low 4, 3, 2, 3, up, low 4, okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on in there. Let's backtrack a little bit. All right, so from 93 to 101, that part shouldn't be too bad once you get that bowing in there. Let's take a look at 99, though, for a minute, just for rhythm. So at 99, you're going 1 and a 2, 3, and a 4, and. 1 and a 2, 3, and a 4, and. So you're tying into beat 3. Let's do that again. Here's 99. Ready? And 3. Okay, so make sure you're counting that out. Write the counts in underneath if you need to. And I think that's about it for that section. So 93 to 101. Let's do that now at a little bit faster pace before we get into the 101 stuff. Okay, so backtrack to 93. Speeding it up. Speeding it up makes it easier for how much bow you have to use. But again, your brain really has to be thinking about those hook bows, otherwise you can get all tangled up. All right, so as an example, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so try to keep it in the middle of the bow, and then watch those hook bows. All right, so here's 93 to 101 at tempo. 1, 2, 3, and. 2, 3, lift. 2, 3. Okay, so keep working on that slow until you can get that hook bow comfortable. All right, so now all the stuff at 101. It kind of deceives you. 101's like, oh, I know this part. I can do this again. You did that at 93. But here is where it gets all crazy. So at 103, you have a B natural, regular 1. So now, half step there, low 2 to a regular 1. Like that. By the way, I keep my 2 down when I'm going to my G, the third finger. Since you're coming right back to it, it just makes it a little easier. So let's try 103 again. Here's 103, half step, ready, and. Okay, so do that a couple times. Now let's look at 105. Not too bad. Again, you have to watch low fours, no open E's. So here's 105, another half step by the way, regular one for F sharp. So same thing actually on both strings here. Here's 105, ready, and this helps if I don't tie it the right way. Here's 105, the tie is shorter, this can throw you off too. 105 and okay, see how that's not a long tie anymore? Let's try it again. Here's 105, ready, and okay, now the next measure, 106, is the same pattern, but now you have a C sharp at the beginning, then a C natural low 2. Oh, let me backtrack. C sharp, B flat, C natural low 2, B natural regular 1, like that. So you're all over the place. High 2, low 1, low 2, regular 1. Okay, so let's do 106 really slow, really slow. Here's 106. You hear the difference there between B flat, C, B natural. Okay, let's catch that. So 106 really slow again. Okay, a little faster. 1 and 2 and. Okay, so do that a couple times until you can get that pattern. Let's do 105 and 106 together real quick. So here's 105 and 106. 1 and a 2 and. Okay, and now one more measure follows that same pattern, kinda. It just adds a couple extra 16ths in. All right, so 107, B flat. That's not bad. Watch the hook bow there. Up as you're going over to the D string. Then I wrote in your part, use a 4th finger here because coming up you have a G sharp high 3. Guide off of your 4 so you know where your 3 goes. And then F sharp, and then that leads you right to your G. Okay, so the last part was. Okay, so here's 107, the whole measure. Okay, so again, do that a whole bunch of times slow. If you have to take the slurs out, do it until you can get those accidentals all in the right place. Okay, so now let's do 101 up through 108 at kind of a slower tempo. Again, we really want to make sure we're catching all these accidentals and flats. Here's 101, 1 and a 2 and. 3, 4. 2, 3. Okay, so now, final step, do it faster. Here's 101 at your final tempo. 2, 3, and. Isn't that cool? It's such a cool line. So yeah, tricky. Yeah, you're going to have to spend some time with it, but in the end, it's going to sound really, really neat. So, the next part I'm going to add into this video real quick just to give you something easy to practice at the end because it's fun. So 109, we're changing over to pizzicato. Vivace, we're going even faster than the previous section, which was allegro. And you get to just do some fun pizzicato here. So watch the rests, watch the repeat. We will be taking that first ending, second ending. And you're just doing all this alternating stuff with the A string versus an open D. So just keep looking at those A string notes. Again, B flat, low 1. And here is 109. Kind of slower, then we'll speed it up in a sec. 1 and 2 and. Rest, rest. Now here's the repeated part. Rest, rest. B flat. First ending. Repeat. Rest, rest. Second ending. Alright, so now when we go fast, this is going to be super cool. I'm going to do it fast, And also I'm going to add the dynamics because it's the dynamics that really, really shape this. It's going to sound really neat. So we're starting mezzo forte, by the way. In the repeated section, piano, crescendo up to forte, diminuendo, come back down to piano. Subito forte at the first ending. That subito should actually be in front of the forte. So we're suddenly loud. Then when you repeat back, we have to go back to suddenly soft and do that all over again. Note that in the second ending, it's subito pianissimo. So we're getting even softer, just dying away at the very end. All right, so here is up to tempo with dynamics and the repeat from 109. 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. You notice I'm sniffing and breathing during those rests. That's going to help a lot to make sure you don't come in early. All right, guys, keep going with this. You've almost got it. We've got one last section to do, 127 to the end, and then you've got the piece nailed.